Look under the sink. Look under the sink upstairs. That's where we keep the toilet paper.
And we're live.
Hello, everyone.
Meep.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. Welcome to live.
What?
Yeah, we did not get a word of that.
Good morning, motherfucker! Good morning, motherfucker!
Aha! I have taken over Scooby's account.
Sound better in the Joker voice.
I wanted to have fun and push a couple buttons and see how the hell it would turn out. You know?
Joker voice is better.
But I like blowing shit up. And I ran into the good morning motherfuckers one, and I was like, it wasn't what I was looking for, but you know what? That works. So, in the spirit of Scooby, we'll be here shortly. Good evening, motherfuckers. Hello and greetings, women and children of all ages. Yes, we'll be swearing. Yes, we'll be having fun, because this is Scooby's live stream that it goes on every Friday, and I, Burnside, have abducted the shit out of it. And tonight we go from order of left and right as it appears on my screen, so please pay attention, as I will probably screw this up. We have my good buddy, A Time to Speak.
Hello, everyone. I'm a time to speak. I really should have been script writing this past week.
But
he wanted to spend too much time speaking.
Yeah, you know poetry, man.
Waiting for a cold right when I finish my script.
That bad, huh? All right. And we have the next person, my good buddy, the mechanic.
I'm the mechanic, and I probably shouldn't have as much grease on my skin as I do right now.
Well, it happens when you work with those third world country fucking carburetors and all that stuff.
You're getting the Sicilian shine.
Yeah.
Yep. And we've got my other good buddy, Irving Twin.
Hello, everyone. We must secure the existence of ethnic Kakistanis and a future for Kakistani children. All right.
Hell yeah.
So mad.
Damn right, man. All right, and we have the ever lovely Miss Steam.
Hey, I have boobs, so I'm kind of steampunk.
Good to have you, dear. Good to have you here. And we have our good, very interesting buddy, the god of the internet, Sir Wolfie.
Sir Fluffy Butt.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you mine.
Talk to Burnside first.
I'll make him mine too.
Well, this should get interesting quite quick.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of things that are mine, there's my dearest, Terracin.
Jeez. How are you, my love? How is everyone?
Doing good. Just having fun with those sound effects. Shit.
I'm sitting here sucking on a lime icicle.
Interesting. So I hear that apparently a bunch of these morons that write bills all day that do absolutely nothing finally figured out that, there's some moron going around trying to mail them discount meme bombs. Literal meme bombs, because I'm a fucking animal. If you think the moron that writes bills for a living will actually get your fucking mail, you're an idiot. Just rule of thumb. They always send their secretaries to do all the boring shit, including collecting the mail. They're not going to go click this thing up and go, sounds like something heavy. Well, let me give it to Herr George Soros.
Are you on
You know.
stream?
And on top of that, just poor design on all. You know, you may as well have duct taped some AA batteries together and called it a fucking bomb.
Yeah, the guy doesn't seem to be your brightest of bombers.
Yeah.
He's no Unabomber.
That and anything that gets sent to a federal institution goes through an X-ray scanner.
Yep.
Yeah, the guy doesn't seem like a big thinker. He seems just kind of absorbed in his obsessions, I guess you could say, from the videos you see.
Yeah, doesn't he like
I
sit
don't-
there and violently masturbate while with tinfoil or something like that?
More or less while looking at a Trump poster.
Ow.
Seriously, look at the guy's Facebook posts, and he's just
I think
He's like-
he's stuck.
he's a straw man. He's kind of like a straw man of what people think Trump supporters are. Except he's a caterer, and he catered the wrong party, I guess
Figures.
you could say.
He probably stuck his head in a microwave with tinfoil on his head.
Probably.
Lost a bunch of IQ points. Freaking rocket scientist.
IQ points? What are those?
Yeah, he probably just some mentally ill nut job that's like, hey, I know what will make the elections go better. Let's try this. Either that or he just wanted attention and he decided to do it at an awful time.
My guess is definitely attention. Attention, or this is one of those false flag things. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he's going for attention.
Yeah, he doesn't seem that big of a far thinker that's like, you know what? Just looking at a lot on this guy, it's like not even like what they're reporting, just looking at directly what him actually speaking and going on things and his meme van.
I mean, a 6-year-old with firecrackers is probably has more foresight than he does.
And probably better meme taste.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I love like if you look in hindsight, it's like, oh, maybe you should have seen this somewhat coming because he had targets on the faces of a bunch of random Democrats. So, well, and Soros and CNN
No, but-
anchors or stuff like that on his van because there was like showing films of his van, and I'm just like pausing to look at all the
I
cringy
know.
stickers
But that-
plastered all over.
that's why I can't help but like jump on the oh my god, no, he's a patsy for like the shittiest false flag the world has ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Like a dozen bombs that don't work. Like seriously, 0 for 12?
Florida man.
Yeah,
0 for 12 though. Like Florida man is like 1 in 12 and no one was injured. No. This is 0 for 12 going off, and then he conveniently jumps into his fucking Trump mobile. Again, not covered with pro-Trump slogans, but with like anti-Democrat memes. What the fuck is that? That is so fucking blatant. I can't believe it.
the chances of an idiot being spawned are astronomical. And the fact that 0 for 12, at least, just it's astronomical that many of them failed.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Is you're gonna find out that there's no plastique at all. It's all just like chunks of butter.
Also, Jill Stein's on his targeted. I'm just looking back at them, and there's like Jill Stein, fucking Michael Moore.
I'm thinking the guy tried to, instead of bake C4, I think he tried to bake mayonnaise, chicken, and a couple of things like that with some talcum powder. He's like, all right, yeah, and some bacon, some talcum powder, get some butter. Yeah, I'm gonna take a bite out of that chicken there. Yeah, I'll get you now, George sauce.
Honestly, I'm surprised that it hasn't blown up in his face yet. Quite literally.
I know, right?
Yeah, top youth soccer recruits for Trump. I'm just looking at some of them right now. Native Americans for Trump. Something about ISIS I can't read.
Oh, isn't that actually
That's the meme mobile, boy.
It's the
Meme bomber.
Combat
You know-
Night, Hard Rock Weekly.
it's that redneck comedians fucking ISIS parody flag, isn't it?
It was like a yellow thing with ISIS on it. I can't see. It's just from some random guy's Twitter.
Are you talking about
Oh.
Larry the Cable Guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his mimetic ISIS flag is fucking hysterical. Go get her done. And it's got
Here's-
like regular stuff you'd see on mud flaps.
I'll put it in the side chat right now. Here's one picture of his van.
Oh, I gotta
Let
see.
me know and I shall
I
present.
saw some other ones earlier on video, I believe.
Mud flap mobile.
Basically what it looked like, yeah.
Dajiban. Oh, that's one thing I love about Japan is they take like 90s Dodge vans and turn them into drift machines. Um, just look up Dajiban and it's hilarious.
All right, let me. Here. Oh, there's the button. Okay, let me share screen to show this off. This is actually funny now that I look at it. Okay, so here's the meme mobile that the meme bomber memed in.
The stable genius mobile.
Oh, the most stable genius you'll ever know. Look at this crazy shit. How does this guy see out his windows?
Yeah, that's the most alarming thing here. Is not only is he nuts, it's like, oh god, how does this man drive?
Yeah.
Drom was also saying, geez, look how not faded all those stickers are. Like
Some of the ones on the back kind of looked a little faded. I don't know if you want to look.
fresh, crisp, fucking. Look how red the reds are. You're not wrong, Drom.
Yeah, it's like literally this guy just ordered $300 worth of mimetic stickers from Pakistan. Special order, and just decided to slap him all over his fucking car. I mean, look, there's the signature Trump tank.
I'm trying to read some of them on the back. He seems to really like soccer. There's a soccer league there too. Hopefully he has a grandson or something. That's well, hopefully he doesn't have a grandson. He's probably having a hell of a time right now.
Oh, he says it's CNN was dishonest and fake news, and I should worship Donald Trump as the God Emperor.
NCAA soccer 2017 rankings. Okay.
Yeah, Scooby thought this dude was actually from my town, and I went and looked it up. I'm like, no, he if he was from my town, he'd be a liberal, not a Trump supporter.
Because I'll say, is he from Port St. Lucie? So everyone seems to be a bit nuts there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of.
No, actually, the guy's from around Miami.
Oh, right.
Doesn't surprise me.
Everyone's a little bit unstable there.
A little bit. Have you ever watched CSI Miami?
Yeah, one of my favorite shows.
Mine.
Greetings, Drom Tech Marine and Inquisitor.
Oh, did he actually join? Oh,
No, they're
I thought
hanging out in the live chat.
Oh.
Get your asses in here!
Yeah, man, I sent you a link.
He was living in that van and in the same parking lot every night. And didn't they say
that's creepy?
The bomb
Lovely.
to girls was hand delivered?
Yeah. Oh, but like, who in their right mind would see this disheveled tinfoil hat wearing mofo just stagger up to you with the fucking with one of those manila envelopes that's busting at the seams?
Arrested in auto parts store.
Oh god, I know what he was doing.
Oh, here we go. Recent posts. MAGA Bomber was part of Strange Blacks for Trump group. Strange.
Those
More like he was trying to get some strange.
Oh lord, I gotta hear this shit.
There's a
Because no one else would go after him.
I'm seeing a Goodfellas meme. I'm seeing a bunch of baby memes. Like you're laughing whores. Something about Jill Stein. Nothing on the Jews, though. Okay.
Nothing on Jews.
I was expecting to see something like that.
Hey, Burnside.
Yeah.
Have you seen Kyle?
Actually, I did. Oh crap, that's right. Oh, thank you for the reminder. Oh fuck, that's right. Okay, Irving.
What about the Jews remind you of Kyle?
No, I haven't seen Kyle.
That Faithful did lose. Kyle is actually supposed to be delivering your Uber mentioned waffle whiskey, the Maple Supreme whiskey. He's actually supposed to be delivering. So if you see this weird little short, skinny Polish dude named Kyle in tall boots, don't worry. It's not a drunk ass.
In that case, I can't wait to see Kyle.
That never gets old.
Neither does yelling at you about calling me a hoe.
Yeah. Oh, that one's quite funny too. You're the only one that gets upset about it, and you're the one that makes it funny.
That's the point.
There we go.
A wild inquisitor has appeared.
It's a quiz! Oh my god, it's a quiz!
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Greetings.
Dude.
Glad to have you finally in here.
I
Again.
thought you had died!
I've just been really, really fucking busy with work.
No, I thought
Like-
someone took your entire Warhammer collection and shoved it up your ass or something.
Whoa.
That would be
There
impossible.
would be a lot of tearing.
Nothing is impossible. You mean improbable.
I was about to
There
say there's
is
more than
no
like
ass large enough or synthetic enough that could possibly fit his entire Warhammer collection up.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's more than like 40 feet of intestine up there, and I realized, no, yeah, that wouldn't be enough.
My next door neighbor. My next
Bring
door
it.
neighbor.
All right, how many feet of intestines do you think?
You
J-Rock
never
bought?
seen the video? One man, one horse, have you?
Oh my god!
Oh.
No. And I
Is that
will
about-
never see that video.
You talking about Mr. Hands?
Talk about the guy that died afterwards.
Yeah, Mr. Hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one of my favorite stories. Just this
Yep.
dumb bastard.
He had like 10 people help him get fucked by a horse to death.
Yep. And afterwards, his buddy was like, "Come on, Hans, we got to get you to the doctor." He's like, "Yo, one more try." He's like, "But your intestines, they'll be fine."
He's
And
the
then she's
Giles Corey
Yeah.
of
Going to the
bestiality.
hospital.
More
Yeah.
weight.
How do you explain that one when you go to the ER?
I'm about to make your night.
Oh, I don't think he made it to the ER. I think he died on the way.
Oh yeah, he did. He literally.
Oh,
shit
yeah.
his intestines.
Oh yeah.
Talk about a prolapse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Warhammer, I actually need to go to the G-Dub store tomorrow. Pick up
Nice.
some more lead belcher. I need to pick up some more. What's this? Hash nut copper. All sort of shit.
All sorts of cool paints and badassery.
Yeah.
Oh, Burnside, have you convinced Quiz to go to Ancom?
Oh no, I have not.
And
It's ASEN,
It's
not
an anime
Ancom.
convention?
oh, ASAP.
What the fuck ever? ASIM, what the fuck ever? It's an anime convention.
There's a big difference because ASEN is the thing.
Yeah. Just the look on his face as soon as you said Ancom. He's like, "Wait, are those the guys he kills all the time? Why would I want to join them?"
Tara knows what she's talking about. That's the only thing that matters, Burns.
Exactly.
I haven't been to ASEN.
I either call it a Comic Con or an Anime Con.
I haven't been to ASEN in a long time. I used to go every year, but
Well,
It's
I'm gonna be coming up, so you gotta go.
well, maybe. I know the Saturday tickets don't cost as much as like the full weekend tickets. Those are the ones where it gets really expensive.
Yeah, it's better just to get tickets for Friday and Saturday. Fuck Sunday, because that's when they start closing down everything.
Well, Sunday's the day where they have the AMV contest, and I used to really like watching that. But I don't know. Like I said, I haven't gone in several years. I remember going back when that thing was like barely 5,000 people going there. Now it's well over like 20,000.
Yeah, it spills out all over the place.
Yeah, it's huge. They annex several meeting rooms in the hotels.
Is that the one in Illinois?
Rosemont.
I'm pretty sure I've been there years ago.
It's pretty decent. You got people that run around in crazy costumes, get hospitalized all the time, relapse on drugs in public,
There
get
is-
run over.
There is a hospital call every year.
Yep. At least you have not been to a good ACEN if no one has been hospitalized.
Yeah.
God, it's like my one artist that I listened to was like, oh, he's coming to the U.S. Let's go see him at the fucking Electric Zoo in New York City. Oh look, the thing gets canceled because some idiot gets stabbed, and this happened like 3 years in a row before I just gave up. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you.
Sounds like every Halloween here.
But
I'm not
every
even kidding.
Doing anything for Halloween?
I'm not even kidding.
Did you decide you're gonna have a little bit to drink while you're setting up the oh shit contraptions to scare off your neighbors that keep trying to steal your shit instead of taking the candy?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's crazy bastard this one time. Now there's just a fun little thing you can do if you're a landscaper. You can actually put some pressure plates and some stones together and literally make
How to be a domestic terrorist 101.
square in the nuts. This motherfucker figured out how to do it.
Well, don't you need to be that Caesar guy to be a domestic terrorist?
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about. That pain in the ass or whatever. The living meme. It's like, oh, this is what terrorism in 2018 is. Lovely.
Apparently so.
Very inept. I can't even build a pipe bomb correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, have we? Let's see if we actually got anything on whether the bombs are actually fucking real or not, because everybody's been pussyfooting around it.
From everything I've seen, they were ineptly made and unable to actually be triggered.
Mm-hmm.
The question
I
is,
think he just hadn't pressed the call button yet.
No, they were pretty horribly made.
I think he wanted them all to have them at once.
Well, the thing about it is, Sargon brought it up really succinctly in his video about it today. No politician ever opens their own mail.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah.
We mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
Typically, it ends up being the secretary or someone that gets the mail. So yeah, George Soros does not read his own mail, so you will not be pipe bombing him anytime soon.
And say the plan was flawed to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, most businesses have a mailroom for a reason. So if in case the CEO gets death threats, the motherfucker went getting the bombs.
All right, so I'm going into everyone's favorite Florida man store.
Ooh, what
is that, like mini pipe bombs for sale now? Florida's best.
Are you kidding? There's such a thing?
We're going into Walmart.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Let me know how many furry suits are up there.
I'm not going. Hold on, sweetie.
Apparently,
I'm not going down the costume aisle.
Apparently, now Walmart is selling full-on fucking fursuits, as if that couldn't be bad enough. That you're shopping in Walmart, and then now you got to deal with fucking furries going there.
I just bought shoes for my job at Walmart the other day, and it was nothing but children in all the aisles, and you know how I am with children. I can't stand them. And then I went for a run later in the day, and I go to the park, and there's a bunch of kids there. One of them runs up to me like, "We're having a play date." And I just move out of the way. Like, "Excuse me."
No.
Oh my god, you should have seen Burnside with all the kids at the fucking museum.
Oh no.
Oh,
Burnside loves children. He wanted to kill every fucking one of them.
Yeah, this was the only time where I was really pissed at children. None of them spoke English. They were all ignorant little bastards, and none of their parents could corral them whatsoever. They were like in every which direction, trying to touch everything and rip it off the fucking wall.
God, it's like working at the amusement park again.
Yeah, it really is like an amusement park. I'm like, this is the museum. These children should be disciplined. They should be well behaved. Where's the tour guide? Do I need to go Walt Disney with an SS boot super galactic straight to everyone's ass? Because I will, and Kyle will help me.
This is why you carry tranquilizer darts.
Oh God, I would need like a minigun of those things for all these bastard children. for so damn many kids.
Just get you a nice backpack with a battery so you can actually use the damn thing.
Car battle.
All right, so for everyone to enjoy, I am going to
buy a fursuit.
No, I'm going to show where I am.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. All right, let me present you. And present to everyone. Show us the greatness of the fursuits and the fornicators that shall soon possess them, and all the souls will be violated. Oh, all fur bags eat.
Let me go and get my soda and milk first.
Oh, come on!
Wow, the ceiling.
Why am I presenting you?
Fucking interesting.
If in hell for facts.
Yes, Corn wants the blood of the fur.
Can you guys see in the ceiling?
Only the ceiling.
Yeah. We don't see any soon-to-be furries that are buying fursuits and violently fornicating about with the alligators.
That's a really long fucking light bar.
There we go.
I see a child. I see stupid people. I see lots of lag. Oh god,
Wait.
lots of.
Wait. A child isn't stupid people? Wait, it's Florida.
Oh Lord.
All right. Are you still seeing just ceiling?
We're not seeing anything.
No, you stopped the camera, so I stopped presenting you. Camera is not active.
I didn't do any. Hold on.
Don't worry, just figure it out when you get to the fursuits, and
there we
just
go.
make sure that they're not humping them. All right, now you're sure. I'm going to present you, and we're going to see fursuits and people like fornicating in the said fursuits are going. It's such fine soft Walmart fur.
No, I'm sorry. We don't have Cass Warfox here.
Oh, damn it.
You asked for that one.
Hey, it's what I was going for. She picked up on it. Crap. Well, damn it. Let me know when you get to those fursuits or the Halloween section in general. Maybe there's at least a prop AK running around somewhere, so I can do some Allahu something bar jokes.
I'll do what I can.
Okie dokie. Anyways, well, while she's doing that, oh yeah, Inquisitor.
Yes.
I got a funny story for you. So, guess what I finally got my hands on, and you won't guess where the hell it came from.
You finally got some Krieg?
Yes, I did. You don't fucking guess where the hell they came from, though.
Germany.
Hungary. Fucking Hungary. Yeah, literally.
Well, it kind of makes sense. I mean, a lot of the European market is where the Kriegs sell the best. They don't sell in America too well, mainly because people are turned off by the fact that they're a Forge World only army.
I want that Trigun poster behind you.
See, that's from my heydays when I actually used to go to ASIN.
No comment on Claymore, which I really don't remember too much about, except everybody being wishy-washy about whether they liked it or not.
I liked it. I thought it was great.
I'm pretty sure I liked it.
Never watched it.
The manga is actually much better.
Yeah, that's usually how it tends to be. Like, we watched Ichi the Killer last week, and it was kind of... My roommates and I read the manga, which is a fucking trip. It kind of follows the manga pretty closely, the movie. It just doesn't have the same... Well, it has the batshit crazy feeling. It just... Something feels missing.
Yeah.
Also, the ending fucking sucks.
Yeah, that is a
There's
good
never.
show.
I was always waiting for a pervert like you.
Yeah.
Fucking. I was like, no. When we watched it, I'm like, you missed my favorite line in the damn movie. Also, there's no on-command boners in it, so.
Yeah.
Fucking Ichi the Killer. I think they made a movie for Shamo or Shamu, whatever, however you pronounce it as well, which is another one like Ichi the Killer, except better in most ways. God, that's the one that's like, oh, this is our protagonist. Can he die already? Please? He's an asshole.
Where the protagonist is the worst kind of scumbag. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, so you're going to be boxing someone soon. What do? Oh, you rape his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's he's not a good person, and the manga knows it, and they treats him as such.
Well, yeah, like that's the sort of like by the end of it, every single person in the manga dies.
Nice.
Like, every single person.
Oh, it's such a cock tease in the end, though. It's like a random what should be like a subplot is actually the ending of the manga. It's great because it's like you wanted that final encounter, that final showdown. Well, fuck you, he dies.
Yep.
It's basically it starts like Rainbow. If you ever heard of Rainbow or watched the anime, which I heard was pretty shit for an adaptation.
Okay, I'm heading towards the Halloween stuff.
Oh, good. I was gonna get up.
It's like Rainbow that it's kids in prison. Except this kid murdered his parents like a good boy and mentally scarred his sister, who then becomes like a druggie who just kind of, I think she becomes a prostitute.
All right.
Are you talking about these?
We have fursuits.
Well, that's kind of a fursuit. That's a onesie. I'm talking. Oh my God, no, it is.
Hello, my name is I violently fornicated.
No drama llama.
God.
Oh my God.
Fursuits.
I'm glad I. Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's fucking
terrifying.
Oh, that's creepy.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
This one is the Panyan Union suit.
It looks like a pineapple.
No. This one.
Good God.
Well,
Here,
the end times.
here's the llama.
Careful, they spit.
When they
So do I.
swallow. Dun dun dun.
Oh Jesus! What the hell was that brown face?
Oh, you mean that? It's Scooby.
No, on the bottom.
Oh, that?
Yeah, Jesus. What is that?
It's Miss Potato Head.
Oh, it's like a brown Gumby from here with your connection.
Oh God. There's a cow.
Of course.
With udder.
Well, we know what they'll be doing with the udders.
Deadpool.
Yeah, it's Deadpool.
Looks like a very obese Deadpool from here.
Of course, because it's supposed to be a bird.
And of course, we have the kitty fursuits.
Oh God.
This one is an elephant.
Something tells me the
you want
trunk
to
is
give your
not in the right
child
place.
complex.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, standard. Oh God, I remember having this terrifying Obi-Wan Kenobi mask in my closet somewhere from when I was like 6. Jedi outfit. It's like a plastic facial one. It's like the William Shatner, Michael Myers terrifying tier. Like I never knew that was a Shatner mask.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's funny.
Also, the new Halloween wasn't too bad. It was basically the Force Awakens Halloween edition.
No! Oh, no!
Wink, wink, hint, hint.
Terrible.
It was a decent movie. It just held itself back with like, hey, remember when this happened?
Remember Star Wars?
Oh.
It was a good movie. It's just that held it back a little, but overall it was pretty good. Holy hell, it was gory though.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and it was really like over the top.
That's good.
Not
too.
practical effects, but where are you going to get practical effects nowadays?
Yeah, that's true.
You're not getting a Waterloo or The Thing or something.
Yeah, the Thing remake or the
the
whatever,
CG remake, which was
Yeah, the CG remake
prequel.
was bad.
Yeah,
I
with
mean,
the
it was a
Norwegians.
cool concept, but good God, did they fuck the pooch on that hardcore?
Yeah.
They raped that pooch like the
fursuits.
horse raped Mr. Hands.
Yeah, God, I remember the CG from that movie. I'm like, oh no, and it's like, oh yeah, guys, it's a prequel. Oh, okay. Probably would have been better if you just said that from the start,
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it's actually the Norwegians, if I remember. Was it Norwegians? And then
yeah,
yeah,
Norwegian.
they were chasing the dog, and then they accidentally killed him.
Yeah.
Yep.
All I gotta say is, of all of the remakes, I think the best one, and by the best one I mean the least terrible one, was the RoboCop one.
Yeah, that one
That was
was
pretty
Yeah.
decent.
The RoboCop one was decent.
Like they had the whole nod to the original with Michael Keaton's line of "I wouldn't buy that for $1."
Yeah. That and they
It's like,
still have to listen.
silver. Yeah, I want it to be tactical. Tactically means black.
So funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm always iffy on reboots. Sometimes they turn
me
out
too.
good, like Doom. Other times, well,
Although I did like the new Jumanji. That movie was hilarious. It's hilarious. It has
good way or a
nothing-
bad way.
in a good way. In a good way. It has nothing of the old Jumanji except for the game board.
Yeah, that's like what I like when it's a reboot. It's go somewhere different. Oh, and the new Halloween one, it's basically it's supposed to be Halloween 2. But they call it Halloween because fuck you.
I never liked the Halloween movie. It
Well,
was overdone.
yeah, well, considering they just kind of kept making the same thing again and again and again and killed the series gradually, it
Yeah.
was a welcome refresh, I guess. I don't know.
The thing that I really didn't like about Halloween is it's like, okay, there's no reason why in particular this guy can't be killed with hot lead and fire. You know,
Yeah, 'cause it's like,
when you've got Freddy and Jason, there's a little bit of an explanation. It's like
They
Jason
literally did that with Jason, though. They literally blew him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still came back in Jason X, but you know.
Oh no! He came back in the one he was blown up in too.
Oh, did he? Right.
Yeah, that
remember
was
that one
Jason
too
Goes
well.
to Hell.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All right.
Oh, I never
And then
watched
there's-
that one.
And then there's the whole Nightmare on Elm Street series.
Yeah.
Well, Freddy Krueger's and like interdimensional dream demon, so yeah, he literally can't be killed.
Yeah.
Yes, but did you know when Jason Goes to Hell, on the Voorhees mantle was the Necronomicon Ex Mortis from Evil Dead?
Nice. No, I didn't.
Okay, now I have to watch this.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
I
hold
never
on, hold on.
watched past the first.
Yeah, it was actually one where Sam Raimi was part of the production team.
Give me a second here. I got something for you then, Sir Wolfie. Something you might appreciate.
Go get it, 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 go get it now. No.
I have the
Yes.
special edition Book of the Dead DVD release of come on, where is it? Evil Dead 1.
My kids destroyed it.
Nice.
Nice.
I love it.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
If it's Evil Dead, I have it.
Fuck yeah.
I've got Evil Dead 1, 2, 3. Talk about another one that was decent was the Evil Dead remake too. I thought that was actually a fairly good movie.
The series.
You mean the one where the girl ended up being the heroine?
Yeah, I thought that wasn't that bad.
I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, the one thing I thought was kind of funny is the one dude that was the punching bag throughout the whole movie. It took him the entire movie to die, even though he gets stabbed, electrocuted, shot, shot in the face with nails and all sorts of shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stabbed, gets his arm cut off. And
Any of y'all seen the Stargate SG-1 TV series?
Well, yeah.
A long time ago.
I've got a
6
buddy that's
seasons.
really
6
into it, but I'm not.
Yeah. 6 seasons for one gold to die. He gets a ship blown up in his face, and he still doesn't die. I mean, seriously.
Reminds me of
Friggin',
Robert Wesker.
he's a freaking parasite.
He is an Albert Wesker then.
He's
Now, how was the TV series for what was it, Ash versus the Evil Dead?
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was actually really good.
Yeah, I never got the chance to
Funny
watch
as
it.
hell.
Oh, it's funny.
They have
Yeah.
it here. They
know
have
they
it on
killed it.
Netflix.
It's only 3 seasons. They actually stopped it after the 3rd season.
I remember they said
And
they killed it.
yeah, they essentially wanted to do it as if Army of Darkness never happened. So it's actually a little bit more like horror related than silly funny comedy, like Army of Darkness. But it keeps with the Raimi aesthetic, and Bruce Campbell's acting is top notch.
Yeah, fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's still funny, but at the same time, it's got that horror edge to it.
Yeah, so are they actually going to do the 4th season, or is that pretty much dead turkey?
No, it's
Netflix.
Pretty sure
Netflix
it's
might
dead.
pick it up.
they
Inquisitor.
said they canceled it. That's what Bruce
Well-
Campbell said on his Twitter.
Well, Stars canceled it. Netflix might pick it up.
Oh,
That'd be
great.
nice.
So then we're going to have to deal with furries and quadruple transdimensional brony lords and all that fucking fur fag commie bullshit.
As I'll say,
Great.
hopefully there's some autonomy.
Inquisitor.
No, what Netflix does is they abduct things, they rape them, they waterboard them in reverse, and then give them 84 fucking genders and shit, and then call it a show.
Well, they didn't rape Violet Evergarden because they had some finger
Get
in
in.
that anime.
Mhm.
I don't remember what extent.
Inquisitor,
Yes.
Actually,
you found me beautiful wines.
Honey, you got real ugly.
Netflix did have one anime that they did well. It's called Knights of Sidonia. That was a good one.
Netflix did that
Actually,
one?
they didn't.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
And
sure
they
they
didn't
just
do
gave
too
money to
bad
Violet
on,
Evergarden.
They didn't do too bad on Seven Deadly Sins.
They're bringing
Yeah, that
out.
was
Seven Deadly Sins is pretty good.
They're
Kakigurui
bringing out
wanna
Sabrina
die.
the Teenage Witch.
It's already out.
No God.
Yeah, I've heard
Yep.
that it's going to be
This
pretty
time,
bad, though.
instead of it being, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, witches are either good or bad, and she's in a good family. No, it's the horror side.
Oh boy.
I am not happy with this
I prefer
because they did the same fucking thing with Riverdale, trying to fuck up the Archie comics.
Yeah. I prefer the in terms of the Archie comics like that with Sabrina, the Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica comic.
Yes, I
that
know.
was
I already told you. I'm stealing that one from you.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
They'll have you experiment out of stuff on the face of the earth.
I probably have something Evil Dead you don't.
Yeah.
Ooh, I gotta see this.
Ash versus Marvel Zombies.
Oh nope, I've got that.
fuck
I've also got Ash versus the Reanimator. So for the little Cthulhu sort of mythos there.
Awesome. Cool. Because I really normally didn't have respect for any of the Cthulhu things until I seen this new Cthulhu game coming out.
Dude,
It looks like it's
I'm actually following and been kind of heavily promoting this one dude. He's an artist at Marvel, but he's not one of those artists at Marvel.
so he's not a communist. All right, definitely.
If you,
I'll be back in a minute.
If you check Polydub's channel and our comic book curations, I've put it out as a pitch because we pitch comics. We pitch comics every
Nice.
Time that we get to the end of the show. And one of the things that I pitched was the Reanimator by J.L. Giles. J.L. Giles, he, like I said, he works at Marvel, but he does like all of the film graphic novel adaptations. So Thor Ragnarok, the comic book version of it, he did. Another cool thing about J.L. Giles too, if you read his bio, he actually has a PhD in fine arts.
Ooh.
So this guy, he's a comic book artist, but at the same time, he has the credentials to back up, right? And he's like, if you look on his Twitter, he has a pitiful amount of followers. I highly recommend, if you guys want to follow a really damn good artist, look up JL Giles. he also put out a the first chapter for free of a Reanimator graphic novel, and he's looking to like crowdfund it. Right now, you can drop like tips in the jar for it. Like if you like the chapter 1, but eventually he's gonna get after he gets more of the chapters made, he's gonna put up a Indiegogo or something like that to fund the rest of the comic. And like I said, I've been retweeting, I've been kind of sharing as much as possible. For anyone that's interested in comics, I highly recommend it. He also has a YouTube channel. I think his only video he has right now is just a little bit of preview for that Reanimator. I can well, if you give me a wrench, I can link it in the side chat.
Oh, that's right. We haven't been here before. All right. Time something horribly obnoxious.
There you go.
Horribly obnoxious.
What did I expect?
There you go. Now you have a wrench. Oh, speaking of artists, Richard Artist here. Greetings, buddy.
Let's see.
All right, Wiz. Now that you have your horribly obnoxious wrench, by all means, go show them who this awesome non-communist artist is. That's actually a professional artist.
Yeah, the big thing about it is that he whenever he interacts on Twitter, it's purely just about the art. There's absolutely no politics with JL Giles at all, which you wouldn't think of coming from a Marvel artist. But yeah, he's purely business, and it's great. Right there is the link to his expose, his introduction video to his H.P. Lovecraft's Herbert West Reanimator video that he put out. And like I said, that first chapter is absolutely for free. Eventually, he's gonna sell a graphic novel, and I've read chapter 1. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. Everyone go check it out. Tip a dollar if you want, but definitely keep it on your radar. He's a great artist and a really cool dude.
It doesn't look like it popped up. Try it again.
It popped up for me.
It popped up for me.
There's
All right,
a little
hold on.
time lag between here and the YouTube. At least for me, there is.
Yeah, there it is. I see it.
Okay, if it's there, then that's good. All right, please entertain yourselves and try not to kill anybody. I'm going to get pasta.
I'm just sitting here painting some Adeptus Mechanicus. Trying to see if I can get my full kill team finished. So how's everyone else doing this evening? I know we've kind of monopolized the conversation here.
No.
Still trying to get grease off me.
Oh, yeah?
Seriously, motor grease does not come off easy.
No, it does not.
3 showers and I still don't have the crap off me.
Yeah.
God, I remember being covered with gear grease for robotics. It's like, hey, who wants to do this? Oh, look, the only person willing to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No,
3 people.
I
3
got
people in the
ignored.
house, including me. 3 people in the house, including me, and I get elected for it.
Yeah, great.
Like, oh, hey, who wants to volunteer for it? You? Okay. Ugh. Not gonna argue with 2 women, though.
It's like how I always used to be volunteered as the bouncer back at my old job. Like, hey, let's pick out the tall kid. Don't forget the fact that he's not in shape anymore, so he's just a skinny rig. But hey, let's pick the tall kid.
Yeah.
It's basically the thing. It's like I can lean over people and make them feel inferior. No, usually half the time it was just drunk fathers saying about how they need a break from their damn kids. They can't do this sober. It's like, aw, you have a failing marriage.
Jump in a taxi and go bar hopping.
Yeah, basically, it's like, hey, let's go to the other end of the amusement park where there's a bar. He's, I remember the one guy's like, thank God you have some alcohol here. I couldn't fucking take another hour of this. I'm just sitting there because eventually the guy ended up getting so smashed, and he's just, well, not even smashed, but he was probably like,
somebody said beer.
Yeah, he was like 3 or 4 beers down, and he's just like relenting his family problems to me, and I'm like, oh boy.
That reminds me
nice.
of this one guy. I was in a bar that's like, I don't know, 20 minutes away from me. We live about 15 minutes outside of the city limits, but I was in this bar one night, and I'm probably on my 3rd glass of scotch, but there's this guy sitting at the other end of the bar, and he'd probably been in there 4 hours, and he's sitting on this bar stool, and he's finishing off his glass of beer, and as he's knocking it back, he tips over backwards and falls over off the stool and hits the floor.
Ooh.
Sounds like he's cut off.
Yeah, it was so hard not to laugh.
So say, time to walk home, buddy.
Yup.
Where's home again? Aren't I home already?
Oh, boy.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Nice.
It's why I occasionally do the self-test. Stand up on one foot and see if you can stay standing.
I know where my limits lay.
Thankfully, out of all the times I've gotten plastered, I have never been that plastered to the point where I just like fall back in my chair.
I've never been off balance, but I definitely have been blackout drunk. Well, no, I haven't been blackout drunk. I've been pukey drunk.
All these tokens.
Oh yeah, I've done that a few times.
I just always make sure to have eaten something or whatever.
Another biscuit.
Yeah, I always eat something before I go out drinking, but that was probably the funniest bar moment ever.
Nice.
I mean, the guy was just knocking back his glass, and last drop was down. He just tipped all the way back.
Last drop was down, and so was he.
Exactly.
Could have got some free B-roll off that.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
There you go.
I just wish I had my I just wish I had my phone up and the camera running when that happened.
Also, looking for footage for my Yugoslav video, I have the cursed symbol everywhere. Critical past. If you ever want historical footage, you end up with British Pathé, or however you say it, or usually critical past. And it's just the cursed mark if you're ever looking for anything and you're trying to look for, like, say, tank footage from World War II or something. Because I was trying to find stuff about Ustashi in World War II, and there's just critical past in front of it. It's the cursed mark. I swear to God, it is everywhere on any footage you will ever get. And I'm,
Well, the a-hole just buy up everything from World War II and put his name over it?
basically, it's the company that does all like this documenting and stuff, and it's always pay to get the watermark removed, but I'm not paying for a watermark to get removed, so congrats, you're getting a watermark of Ustashi and Hitler in the streets. Trying to think, it was the Ustashi leader, whatever his name was, Pavlik, something like that, that he kept human eyeballs around to tease guests with.
Cool.
Because he used to
I like
say,
the
you want some
style.
oysters? And then, because it looks like oysters in this basket, and then randomly he'd pop out and be like, oh no, they're human eyeballs or some shit like that. Trying to remember where I was reading that.
What the fuck?
Well, they would just, well, they had a special knife called a Serb cutter, which used to just like pop out like a hidden blade or something from Assassin's Creed. except you would basically slam your fist down into the back of their neck, and it would just kill, obviously, Serbians, non-Catholics, Muslims, so Bosniak Muslims, Chetniks, partisans, fucking
Basically,
anybody that didn't like.
Oh, the party line.
go ahead.
Well, they would bury people alive or throw them into pits of whether Vietnam War style, like punji sticks almost, except not covered with
I remember
feces and
those.
shit. Like they
Sharpening
would throw them in
pencils.
there, or they would bury them alive, or they would make you become a Catholic. Because like there was one church that basically a bunch of Orthodox Serbs were brought around and converted to Catholicism, which usually was a way to get out of being killed. Yeah, no, they all got their throats slit afterwards.
Damn, that's brutal.
Reminded me of the Spanish conquest of the Americas, like with the Incans, because the guy who was the head of the Incan Empire at the time, who had just won a civil war, a bloody civil war, and then the fucking Spanish show up and decide to topple everything.
Yep.
And there's
He
not
he
much
was
that they
basically
can do to
put on a
fight.
stake. He was put on a stake and told he'd be burned to death unless he converts to Christianity. So he converts to Christianity, and they just strangle him from behind, like they garrote him or whatever. The good old Turkish sibling fratricide method. Just strangle them. It did avoid civil wars, but it kind of proved the Ottoman Empire wasn't a bunch of happy people.
Oh yeah, they love to just strangle the shit out of you, kill you.
It's like, yeah, so how do we avoid civil wars? Oh, just murder your brothers, even if they're like 1 year old or some shit like that. Like, okay.
Vlad the Impaler did nothing wrong.
It's like, at least the Byzantines, the way they got rid of that was use eunuchs all the time and just have eunuchs like, hey, you can't start a dynasty if you don't have a dick or you don't have balls.
Right and wrong, good and evil all depend on which side you're on.
To be fair, eunuchs didn't have either. Just saying.
No, but that reminds me of I'm trying to think his name was, if it was like Basil or something. Some Byzantine or Roman leader, might as well just call them the Romans, because no one called them Byzantines at the time. They were the Empire of the Romans. Well, a bunch of Bulgarians were revolting because it's the Bulgarians, and you can blame Serbia and Bulgaria for the fall of Rome as much as you can blame the Romans and the Turks. There was like a bunch of Bulgarians, and they all got captured, like a bunch of Bulgarian soldiers. So the emperor decides to gouge out each one of their eyes, except for one, who they gouge out one of his eyes. They tie them all together and have him walk back to the Bulgarian lands.
That sounds like a great sick joke.
I wish I had my script up, because I actually found that Tito quote I was talking about, Irv, because I actually have that in my script. It's like, stop sending people to kill me. You've already sent 5, one with a bomb, one with a gun. If you keep doing this, I'll have to send one to Moscow, and I certainly won't have to send another. It just reminded me of one of those situations that it's like, yeah, fucking try me. Tito is an interesting guy. I don't actually reflect on him too much because it's just kind of background information for my video. But you could go into a lot of stuff. Even though he was just kind of looking and he's like, yeah, shit's going to go wrong here when I die.
Here, hold on. I think.
Yep, that's why communism only works in one incarnation. And by works, I mean kills everybody.
To be fair, Yugoslavia wasn't too bad. They were east and west, I guess. So you could say they were less on yeah, because they got funds from the United States and they got funds from the Soviet Union after Stalin died. They were like weird because it was a weird combination of east and west there. It's just, if you look into it at a time, it's just something really interesting to look into. Because it's like, oh, this is something when this wasn't a good idea. But it actually was a good idea because we got money from people. I don't know. It's just weird. But basically everybody wanted out. But Tito said no. And if you wanted out, you'd probably die. So just be a happy citizen and everything will go fine.
Yep, or Tito kills you in your sleep in front of your mother.
To be fair, even he had to make concessions because in like the 70s he had to grant more autonomy. And then after he died, everybody was like, "What the fuck do we do now?" Well, I know. We'll make a president for each republic, and then have a president of presidents, and just pretend Tito's basically still alive, except we're all Tito. He's within each and every one of us in our hearts
and our nightmares. Ooh.
Yeah, but I love that he stood up to Stalin. That's just one of the most entertaining things. It's like, oh, and he's not dead? Interesting.
Basically gave Stalin the middle finger, and he's still not dead.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, you can say that's impressive.
Yeah. But then again, America did also give Stalin the middle finger, and we're still not at war.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but this was a communist country, which meant you're not getting help from the other guys if he invades you.
Yeah,
which they nearly
exactly.
did. This was you know what? We might get fucking murdered and get our country crushed. Because I believe the whole idea of them that they got pissed at each other is because he wanted to absorb Albania, because Albania is everybody wants to kill Albanians, it seems. And he wanted to absorb Albania and Greece into Yugoslavia so that they had the entire Balkans under their wing, but Stalin kind of went, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have another war immediately after the last one. Everybody kind of died in our country, but we still have more.
But dying is what communists do best, Premier. We must go to war, because if not, we'll die from lack of bread.
It reminds me of Paraguay and the War of the Triple Alliance, where they decided to take on Brazil, Uruguay, and Argentina, which, if you know Paraguay, it's a little tiny country in between those three and Bolivia. So they decided to go against all of them. And by the end, because they're under a dictatorship at this time, by the end, I believe it was 2/3 of their population was dead. 90% of their male population died in the war, including the dictator, who fought down to the last man until he himself was shot. So they lost almost all their men. That's why if you go to Paraguay, even though they're like the only country in the South America that in the majority speaks like the native language, like the Amerindian language, their gene pool's all fucked up with Europeans, because they, after that war, they're like, oh, please, Germans, Italians, Croats, anybody, just move over here. Our women need people. Everybody's a fucking widow, please, for the love of God. At the beginning of the war, they did have a bigger army, but they couldn't mobilize more because most of their men were in the army, or if they weren't, they were very soon going to be in the army.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things you look at and it's like,
in
this was a good idea.
In hindsight, the Klingon method was not the best idea.
Talking about fighting the Turks, though, and tying this back to specifically Warhammer in particular.
Ooh.
Do you know that this was a thing? Vlad the Impaler, Warhammer Historical.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, so they statted out Vlad Tepes. Like, he's actually statted out in it. Oh, hey, I just realized I'm on the Minions account.
Don't!
That's fine.
I don't think they'll get too grumpy at you for it.
It's not quite game night yet. Yeah, we're doing game nights on Fridays now.
Awesome.
So, yeah, so I'll probably need to leave in a little bit. But, yeah, I just want to pop in and say hi. It's too bad Scooby wasn't here. I've been kind of neglecting Scooby a little bit because of my work schedule. But
yeah, that's all good, man. We knew you were busy taking care of shit.
Yeah, give my best.
Yeah, that's why I figured it was worth a shot to see if we could get you.
Around, like, probably January.
Yeah, he's got a full schedule.
No, it's just those fuckers, they're coming from Hungary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, literally, like, the Kriegsmen I ordered off of the net, or they're literally, like, it's going to ship, like, a few days from now, and it's going to take all until fucking December, practically January to get to you. Like, I'll be lucky if I get them before fucking Christmas.
Damn Magyars.
Yeah.
What aren't you gonna get until Christmas? Your balls?
Woman, I am going to...
Because I admit, I took them in DC. I roll
my
them
balls are
around in
hard.
my mouth every night.
I don't know if we could say that on air. We don't.
Too fucking late.
God damn it, woman! I wouldn't mind if it's my account. You know, we don't want to crash his.
I didn't get exactly graphic as to, you know, how I removed them.
And
That'd be a
also,
great story for Scooby. Hey, why am I banned?
yeah, why am I banned?
Well, you see,
Burnside, you do know that unless you're talking about things like what you linked me the other time, or this last time that you did.
Oh, the tractor thingy?
Yeah, the 5-man transport.
Yeah.
Unless you're looking for specifically that stuff, you can buy all of the regular stuff, like, you know, the fucking Lehman Russ tanks at a Games Workshop store.
Nice.
The only thing that you need to
Goes
do.
to Britain. I don't like Britain.
Well, it all goes to Britain anyway. So.
Oh, god damn it!
They're based in Britain. They're a British company.
God damn it!
But like the tank commander there, you
Yeah.
just have to buy a Krieg one, or you can use the Cadian one. It doesn't matter really.
All right.
If you wanted to keep, like, you know, army cohesion, you can buy a Kriegsman, or you can just, you know, use the Cadian. No big deal. And I say it looks like a, you know, a tanker anyway. He's got the, you know, the helmet.
Did you say or use a Canadian?
Cadian? It's close. It's, you know, the Canadians have the Acadians. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is,
how the fuck are you gonna use Irving?
well, simple. I'm going to saw him in half, and I'm going to weld him to a Panzer.
I'll help you.
No, in all seriousness, it'll be more amusing to see a Squeaky Mouse Canadian have that happen too.
Oh no! If I was to use Trudeau for anything, if I would have welded.
No, wrong one.
Wait, which Canadian then are you talking about?
Irving knows.
yeah, but Irving just muted himself.
So he can laugh his ass off.
Irv, what am I missing here?
Well, I'm not sure, but whenever I'm choking on my own saliva and phlegm from smoking too much, I mute so as not to be like hacking into the stream. That's why it happens intermittently for like 3 or 4 seconds at a time.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, but Irving, you know which Canadian I'm talking about.
No, I have no idea.
Oh my god. I've been watching a stream all day so I can get fucking timestamp.
Okay. There you go.
Faith Golding?
No.
No.
So what? Are we gonna weld another Canadian to something? I think I'm missing the pun here.
Don't worry, it's okay.
All right, whatever.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking of Faith Gold made me think of other people with fucking. Wait, didn't she work for Rebel? That failing.
It now.
Yep.
I don't know about failing. They've got 1 million YouTube subs.
I don't mean failing. I just mean just. Well, they had the great exodus last year. But didn't Loomer go for somebody again?
Probably.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's Laura Loomer.
Never getting that money for that tire.
Yeah, never.
Oh Lord.
Did the Michelin Man ever give her a follow-up?
I don't know. I think he was supposed to give her a rim job.
Oh, she got kicked out of a synagogue. Grant, not even your own people want you.
Exile.
Like, I don't know what she did, but what do you have to do to get kicked out of a church or a synagogue? Unless you're walking around like Hail Satan or something.
Something sacrilegious, and I wouldn't put it past Laura Loomer.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure what she did as far as to get kicked out of a synagogue, she accidentally brought Mein Kampf in instead of the Torah.
Wait a minute. Yeah, sorry, buddy, I brought the wrong bag.
Did you see that shit about the fucking mainstream media putting out this article about Don't compare Trump to Hitler. Hitler's way better.
Oh,
for fuck's
Are you
sake.
kidding me?
I gotta hear this
The
shit.
spiciest of takes.
It's so
Oh.
funny. It's all over Twitter, man. Just to hop on Twitter, like everyone's talking about it.
Let's fucking
Oh
see.
God. Okay, let me pan over to my Twitter then.
Let me go on my personal one because I never go on the one for my channel.
All right. Holy crap! I am really good at that.
Yeah, I don't even go on. I have a secondary that I use, a spammy boy, which is for just whenever I need an email.
Okay, what do I look up?
Just look for Trump and Hitler.
All right.
Oh God, Paul Joseph
There's
Watson.
gonna be
follows
1,000,000,007 of them.
Trump,
Cool.
Paul
Hitler.
Joseph Watson follows you?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, see how long that lasts.
Ah!
Can you say "Imagine my shock"?
I love that. Ranting feminist who's actually pretty cool, or Claudia, whatever you call her name.
Yeah,
She's like, if you
Claudia
find
Brown.
comparing Trump to Hitler, then end up praising Hitler, maybe stop now.
Yeah.
Key
that's-
differences
you know-
between Donald Trump and Adolf Hitler, which the guy didn't even spell it. He said Hilter for the first one.
Filter.
Hitler served honorably in the military. Trump didn't. Hitler was faithful to his wife. He wasn't his wife until they were about to kill themselves.
Yeah, I know. Claudia.
Trump cheated on all of his wives. Hitler wrote a book. Trump's were all ghost written. Boy,
I'll say I actually responded
is
to
this
that
the
one,
hell
too.
you wish to die on?
Actually responded
Yeah, and the
to that
guy
one,
is
too.
first like it's Adolf, not Adolf. It is Hitler, not Hilter.
Oh Lord. Yeah,
I-
see this.
I responded to one of her first comments about that thread too, saying Hitler also wrote Mein Kampf while he was in prison. Most people don't know this.
Yeah. Instead of making a shank, he made a book. All right.
What's
Yeah,
Sam
I'm
Hyde
gonna
up
go
to
look
this time of
through
year?
this Washington article thing because I found where that tweet came from. Fucking funny as hell. All right, and the funny thing is, literally, the guy who named this, his pen name is Shalom Auslander or Asslander from the Washington Post. So I am going to literally do this in the most horribly Semitic accent ever. So,
Oh boy.
Tara, you're probably going to die.
And I'll kill you when I get to Chicago.
For their recent meeting, and I expect a few times after, Mexican President Enrique Nieto compared Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler. He wasn't the first to do so. Even in his own country, Vicente Fox, the former president of Mexico, is also compared Trump to Hitler. Cher has also compared Trump to Hitler. And Abraham Foxman, the former national director of the Anti-Defamation League, is also compared Trump to Hitler. That's kind of old brand. Even Glenn Beck compared Trump to Hitler. Well, no.
Okay. No. There's no one that Glenn Beck hasn't compared to Hitler.
But
There's
no,
not a single person in the world.
so there's some racism map in Europe, and it's showing like what places are really racist or reacted poorly to black faces. Eastern Europe's all nice and red, including Finland. Czech Republic's really red. Poland's actually not too red. Germany's pretty yellow, like in the middle of that. They reacted negatively, which is kind of funny in my opinion. Spain's that. You know what the least racist country according to this map is?
What?
Serbia.
Ah, that's funny. Nice.
Yes.
Although here's
that or
where this
Slovenia.
thing gets better though.
But like,
It is
well,
funny.
it's a black face, I guess, not a Albanian face or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
Face.
also, the entire Balkans generally has a general disgust for Turks, I can say the least. Also, the Turks aren't even on the map, even though they technically hold a foothold in Europe.
Interesting. So here's where this article gets interesting. And yes, I'm going to continue with doing it this way because it's fucking hysterical. I'm a Jew, a New York writer, liberal Jew, the scariest Jew of all. And from a very young age, I was taught about an unimaginable horror called the Holocaust and about an evil man named Adolf Hitler.
The elderly man who sat beside me every Saturday morning in a synagogue was a Holocaust survivor. His elderly wife was a Holocaust survivor as well. Ow.
Oh god. I just saw a split-faced image of fucking Ben Shapiro and Dante from Devil May Cry. No, I have one account that I follow. It's called Cursed Boomer Images. It's basically the Florida bomber's like source of his memes. It's all like really out of touch like memes, and it's fucking great.
Oh Lord, but God,
Like,
okay.
all the worst killers were socialists, and there's like 3 you'd expect: Stalin, Mao, Hitler, and then Leopold II of Belgium. You know, the monarchist communist.
Because even royalty can become communist because they don't want to get
Bongo,
shot.
Bongo, whatever. Lose your right hand or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like he wasn't socialist. Sure, just because people had, it's like people had a decent life if they were in Belgium. That just doesn't mean he's socialist if they exploit just random people that they consider lesser than them.
Shit. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to dip. I just realized it's 10:30 and game night's gonna be starting. So everyone take care.
Booyah,
All right,
booyah.
well, go get your your D8s and 6s and 20s, man.
Well, it's Platty that's running it, and I just need to get off for.
I thought Saturday nights was your game night.
We actually switched it up. Now Saturdays are going to be, I believe, Rejects night.
Nice.
So.
Yep. All right, cool. Well, let's turn in Saturdays then.
Everyone, take care.
Cool. Peace out, man.
Have fun, buddy. I'll mail you my creeks for Christmas.
Oh, what the hell? The base god is posting fate memes, like type moon memes. What the hell?
Memes. God, the mimetic bomber. God, that's funny. The literal mimetic bomber, and good lord. Yeah, I zipped through that article. Yeah, it's literally their token Jew at the Washington Post defending Adolf fucking Hitler. He's like, the thing is, he was a psychopath, but he was a dignified psychopath that murdered all of my family.
Dignified my ass. He was a drug addict. He was a meth head. So was the rest of the German army.
Oh yeah. Jesus, that's the thing they didn't tell you in the fucking history books is what the fuck is Prevatin?
Yeah, they were popping those things like they were candy. Hell, they wrapped them like candy. They wrapped them like Mentos, and they made them by the millions every day.
Oh yeah. It's like, all right, we're just gonna put our entire army on speed and give them machine guns and trench coats and call it a day.
Yeah, it's how they fucking did the Blitzkrieg. It's the only reason it worked.
Well, hey, you gotta have something to combat that fucking blistering cold. Even the Germans were fucking freezing their balls off, and they're used to winter. So, all right, yeah, hop them full of speed. They won't have to feel their balls. Got the job done.
What could possibly go wrong?
Despite the fact that Hitler waited too long and their guns.
There was a lot of reasons they couldn't win World War II, and a lot of them were kind of the same from World War One. Location, to say the first off.
Yeah, but Hitler waited too long to invade Russia, so.
Here's the idea: keeping the non-aggression pact a non-aggression pact and not breaking it in the first fucking place.
Yeah, exactly. That was his first mistake. But when he,
sure, they didn't expect it, but
they did expect it.
Well, they expected it, but they didn't expect it. Well, they had the Stalin line and whatever the other line was called, which did fuck all. So they expected it, but they didn't expect it. Oh, look at that encirclement, guys.
Yeah, but probably his biggest tactical mistake was he attacked too late in the year. So he would have made it to Moscow if he attacked earlier in the year.
And then nothing would have happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Congrats, we have Moscow. Wait, Why does this sound familiar?
Exactly. But since the attack lasted through till spring, his tanks bogged down in the mud because they were just too damn heavy.
Oh, that had been hell for the tank crew. It's like, yeah, you're gonna die in a fucking tank that's sinking in a swamp. Yeah, have fun with that.
Well, it's like the best tank of the war, the Panther, that had transmission and final drive issues. Best tank in the war that couldn't make it more than when they upgraded it, they upgraded the Panther with the Panther G, I think it was. I'm not a tank aficionado. I'm not one of those kind of guys.
I think it was the Panther G.
That they upgraded it so that the transmission wouldn't go completely
on the Fritz
die. It's not doing a Tiger 2. But they had a whopping range of 150 kilometers before they'd die, which is more than a T-34, I'm pretty sure, but still. The T-34s are a lot nicer to produce.
Yeah, and also they had the curved armor,
and they had resources. Unlike
also,
the Germans.
The rounds would shear off most of the time, unlike the fucking German tanks, which had sharp corners. So pretty much every fucking hit.
The Panther had enough front armor that most shells would bounce unless you're like a fucking KV-2 or something, did they even have those late war?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, I didn't know if they all just kind of kerfuckled because I heard they were pretty...
KV-2 was like 40...
The artillery gun on a tank.
I think. 43. Something like that.
I think so.
If you ever see those tanks, that's the one that it looks like you just put a friggin' fridge or something on top of
I know what a KV-2 looks like.
I know, I'm saying for the audience.
You ever see what a mouse looks like? It's basically a tank on top of a tank. The most inefficient tank ever.
Ooh, look, that's a nice target. Said every single pilot ever. They're like, maybe the mouse would have saved them the war. One, they wouldn't have enough fuel to last them that long. Two, oh look, that's a nice target. Said every single Air Force member.
Yeah, exactly. This thing was gigantic. I mean, he stuck a flak gun on it.
Yeah. It's like the Yamato that is like, oh, this thing's cool and huge. So, you know how naval combat has a big focus on air power nowadays. Oh, you know how you lost how many aircraft carriers did they lose at Midway? Was it 3?
3. Or no, 2. 1 limped back.
Okay.
2, 1 limped back.
Yeah, it's like it's funny because like super heavy tanks and heavy battleships were kind of irrelevant without a good air force around them.
Yeah, exactly.
Japan kind of didn't get that.
Yeah, Japan got fucked.
Oh, royally.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we have one of the biggest navies in the world, but you're still not one of the highest, so it doesn't matter how big you are. If they got more than you, you're still fucked. Also, if you don't have access to resources and you stole as much as you could.
Yeah, exactly.
They put up a good fight while it lasted.
If they had hit the oil reserves in Pearl Harbor in the first or second wave, we would have been fucked in the Pacific. But no, they didn't. Morons.
Well, Yamato got himself 86'd himself on his way to the inspection.
Oh yeah.
What was that Operation Vengeance or something like that? I know it was something kind of cheesy sounding.
Yeah, I think it was Operation
just had a bunch
Vengeance.
They had a bunch of fighters just pop up, engage his escort, and then just shoot him down.
Yeah, Operation Vengeance or some retarded name like that. It's like, seriously?
Yeah,
can't think of a better name.
I don't think he even wanted Pearl Harbor in the first place. He's like, this will give us 6 months to knock the U.S. out of the war. You know, that's the war's going to be over by Christmas, 1941 edition.
Yeah, well, I mean,
never end a war before Christmas.
He was opposed to the idea of taking out Pearl Harbor. He even said it's like poking a sleeping bear.
Yeah. That actually wasn't attributed to him. That was made up. Sorry. Just Mr. Fact Check sometimes.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
No, it's like, yeah, I know. That's just something made up after the fact, but it basically describes his entire point.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is just gonna piss
Basically.
them off.
Yeah,
I
it's
know we're a naval power and all, but Soviet Union doesn't have much of a navy. But then we're just gonna get our Chinese holdings fucked in the ass.
yeah, and you know,
Which the Axis works against each other. When the Japanese are like calcing goals going on, Germany signs a non-aggression pact with the Soviets instead of attacking and maybe having it two fronts.
Yeah.
And then Japan's signs a non-aggression pact when Germany's getting fucked in the ass.
Yep.
See, that's the thing. As much as nobody liked each other in the Allies, or at least 2/3 didn't like the other third, and the third didn't like the other third, they were able to work together, or at very least like somewhat synergize. Versus the Axis, that was just, well, Italy's here. They didn't want
Chaos.
to. They didn't want to join this war in the first place either.
it was either that or get completely destroyed.
Yeah, it's like,
which
well, then we're the
happened
only
anyway.
fascists around.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I guess we're going to war, boys. What could possibly go wrong?
Yep. Patton just shows up and says, "That's the nice country you have. I'm going to put my foot in it."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Crazy bastard. Fuck that. Violated every single rule he possibly could in warfare and said, "Fuck it. Keep going. Keep going, but serving it. Don't give me that excuse, pussy. But this is kind of, I don't give a shit. Keep putting your foot in their ass."
The patent.
It somehow worked.
The patent. What's supply? What's logistics?
Literally,
Yeah, exactly. What's
Right.
logistics?
That's like, there's always debate whether he was a good general or a fucking terrible general, or that he was just. I think Nano Reaper and I had this conversation.
Yeah, his Nano Reaper hates the shit out of Patton because he was like, the only way this worked is because it was fucking Italians. Other than that, he would have been dead.
I know
Because
my
he-
grandfather served in the 3rd Army, I'm pretty sure. I'd have
Nice.
to check. So he was Hunter fucking Patton and Bastogne and everything. Battle of the Bulge.
Cool.
Oh, we were also bombing the shit out of Italy from Africa.
Oh yeah, Naples was getting a hell of a time.
Yeah, only the Germans kind of cheated in Rome. They took advantage of the fact of all the Vatican asked us not to be careful about bombing all the fucking structures.
Yeah.
They stuck the flak guns in the freaking structures. It's like, really? I would have just accidentally unleashed a bomb in there. Whoops.
Italians will go to war over a bucket.
Over a bucket, literally.
Trying to think, that was Parma and Modena or something like that? Or was that like Ferrara and Parma or something?
Ferrara and Parma. And Parma were correct.
I don't know. Well, let's look it up right now.
Then
War of the Bucket.
Okay, while you're looking it up, I'm sorry, guys. I'm crashing out. I gotta go to bed. It's been a long week.
All right. You have a good night, man.
Pussy.
Thanks for having me, guys. Good night, Tara.
No
Good
problem.
night.
Now, before you go, praise Keck and all that stuff. Come on, can you redo the intro?
Yeah. If I can remember how it starts. That's right. We
Don't
must
you worry.
secure the existence of ethnic Kekistanis and a future for Kekistani children.
Damn right.
Good night,
Awesome, Eddie.
everyone.
Thank you.
Good night,
Thank you.
Irving.
Hail Sigmar.
Good night, Irving. That is his best punchline yet, I tell you.
Oh no, it was Bologna and Modena.
Ah.
Yeah, 'cause in Emilia Romagna, which is where Ferrara is and where Parma is. Or is Parma in Lombardy? Who fucking knows?
Lombard, I think. No,
Yeah,
it's
I
on
know.
the
What is that
Parma's-
buzzing?
Parma's right on the border of Emilia Romagna and or Romagna and Lombardy. 'Cause it's south of Milan, west of Mantua. I don't know
You're
what
gonna
you
make me get
consider
a fucking map, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't have a map up, so I'm doing this all offhand and remembering whatever. See, I know geography mostly because of maps, and also playing something like EU4s that I know my geography through that.
Nice.
Like that's the nice thing about that video game is it gets you know where things are in the world. Even though it's more regions. When it comes to cities, I know most of that just from knowing maps and having to memorize maps in high school and shit. Because a lot of times provinces will be named after the cities inside them. Which
Yes,
is
this is true.
But that's the nice thing, because it's like, oh, what's in Ferrara? Oh, Ferrara. Or what's in Milan? Milan.
Yes, the last decent strategy game like that I played was Commander: The Great War. It's a World War One game.
Yeah, I just play like grand strategy games when nobody's on to play Siege or some other competitive game.
Nice.
I tend to play games like Mass Effect. I like the long story.
Played too much of that.
Or every now
Have
and
you
again.
played Andromeda yet?
13 hours. That's as long as I lasted. And then I watched a playthrough of the rest.
See, this is why I get it on PC, so I can mod the hell out of it.
Yeah, that would have probably been a good idea. I just decided, oh, this was a bad purchase.
Happens. Don't feel bad.
And on the bright side, it wasn't my purchase, it was my friend's purchase, and I just played it for 13 hours at his house.
The worst game I have bought was, let me see, Survivalist. That was the worst Steam game I ever bought. That was one of my first Steam game purchases.
Well, I own Bad Rats, so...
The worst Steam game I have ever purchased. Oh, let's see.
I have Alpha Prime, which I bought for like 60 cents one time. It's a little shooter, about 3 hours. It's not too bad, but it's about what you'd expect out of a 60-cent game.
Nice.
Right now, that's a tie between Space Engineers and the original Payday.
Space Engineers is fun to dick around with, and Payday isn't too bad.
Well, I like Payday 2 because you get this whole
content.
Yeah, you get this whole myriad of heists. Payday, it gets boring because there's only like 5.
Yeah,
and
but
you
isn't
just
there
keep
workshop
redoing.
content you can get for it?
No.
Oh.
There's no workshop content. And Space Engineers...
It's retarded, but I find it fun.
Well, I mean, I find it fun because I can build crap. I can build anything I want, except for the fact that there's this one missing texture, and it's a pretty important texture. It's space, and it turns everything purple. It turns the sky purple. It's annoying as hell, and I can't get it to. I can't get the texture back. I've re-downloaded it.
You haven't gone into the files and actually like gotten the spare file or something like that and repaired it?
Yeah, I've tried that. It isn't there.
Nice.
Damn. The fuck did you do, man? How did you
He
kill
pissed off the Steam gods.
I have literally looked for the file on the internet, but every time I grab the file off the internet and put it in there, it doesn't stick because it's probably because it's an old file and they've gone through updates since then. So every time the game updates, the file goes bye.
Wow. That sucks.
So right now it's tied between the original Payday and Space Engineers.
Yeah, I have, like I said, I have Bad Rats, which is a wonderful physics puzzle game to give to your friends. I got it as a gift. It's basically you just give it to prank someone on Steam. Because it's like, oh, you got to hit the ball like this and it will go down this ramp and everything. Oh, it can fall out of the actual level? Nice.
I love physics games.
Yeah, it's a physics game where they decided not to put like a giant glass window, so to speak, in front of it, so it can just fall out of the map and go off the edge. It's like an already terrible game is made worse and broken.
All it is Marble Madness.
Oh, that is hilarious. So the thing can literally roll off the map towards you.
Yeah. It's
That is hilarious. I'm sorry, but that is
Also-
hilarious.
another thing you can thank the video games. I never realized they made a PP-19 without the retarded magazine. They just made it with a conventional magazine. It's so much more, practical. It's like, well, you can carry a lot more rounds, yes, but you also have to carry them in that magazine. The helical one, like a fucking calico or something.
Good lord.
Whatever became of the calico? Can you even get those anymore?
I haven't heard of that, so I don't know what it is. I assume
You
it's
see
a
it in movies. That's the one that had the sights on the magazine. Here, let me get it for you.
What? Why the hell would you put the sight on the magazine?
Because it's a trip.
I think I know which gun you're talking about. I think.
The
Is this one of those
M960?
dumb European guns that they make just because they're fucking Europe, and they make it with a horizontal magazine just because?
Well, no.
Yeah. That's the gun I...
Yeah, the fucking calico.
Yeah, I don't think they make those anymore.
Produced
am I
1990
looking
to
at?
present. Apparently, they sell them on the civilian market.
Oh, they do? I haven't seen those.
Yeah, for good reason. The free market decides.
Yeah, it's a shitty gun.
If you look them up, I'm pretty sure they jam. It's real easy to send them.
It's like the Brenner.
Oh, you mean the Bren gun?
Yeah, the Bren gun. No, not the Bren gun.
Okay, I didn't know if you're thinking
It's,
of, we put something vertically in the way.
No.
Okay, I'm looking at this thing and it doesn't make a goddamn bit of sense. It looks like it takes regular.
It's a Hollywood gun, more or less.
Yeah, it's basically a Hollywood gun.
This is the PP-19. One second.
It's either the Brenner or the Brennan, but it's got a side load, and it's a German-made gun. And it was a really, really crappy gun, ironically. Usually German-made stuff is really good. But this gun was riddled with problems. The magazine would jam. The bolt would jam. The bolt would even pop out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever decided to design this thing is a fucking retard. Now I figured out why it looks like it takes a regular banana mag. Just what in the flying fuck were these retards thinking? You're gonna.
No, and then they made this. Well, okay, that's an airsoft gun, but
the Bren gun, however, that was a good gun.
Yeah. I love the myth of people complaining that it was too accurate. It's like no one fucking complains about a gun being too accurate. They're like, oh, we can't suppressing fire. Yeah, on the very bottom there's the PP-19 without the retarded magazine.
Okay, so how does this Bison fire? It looks like they just took a small SMG and put a very crude grenade launcher on the bottom.
Yeah, that's the magazine and hand grip.
What the hell?
Looks almost like an MP5.
Yeah, the Vitaz is the not so retarded one. Because just think about carrying those. How do you just... They just don't look like they would match well, because you'd probably need special pouches for them in the first fucking place.
Okay, this
also,
gun looks like
hey, Porpoiseful.
Yeah, it almost looks like an MP5.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Scooby?
Good question.
Scooby's not feeling all that great.
I knew he was fucking Caesar Sayok.
Holy shit, we have a porpoise. Greetings. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. We're the unconquered Seminole tribe. Rise up, or I'll feed you to the gators.
Awesome. I like to watch people getting eaten by gators because it turns out people have an obsession with fornicating with them.
Oh my god.
Hey,
You're the only one that on this entire fucking stream that has fucked the gator. All right? Now shut your fucking trap because you've actually done it now.
Uh-huh. That still doesn't make the joke any worse, and you know I'm still gonna say it time and time again.
And I will,
Florida man
and
loves
every
stuff
time on
gator.
air, I'm going to tell everyone you've already fucked the gator.
I'm pretty sure the only 3 people watching the stream right now are the 3 of us.
Probably.
Because even Rich tapped out.
That sucks. Oh well.
Yep, 3 watching.
Yeah, I have it open. Burnside probably has it open, and Tara probably has it open.
Yeah.
I have it open.
Okay. Yeah, there's our viewers.
Whip, whip, well. Oh well.
We trailed a while ago.
Yeah, we did good. We got about like 8 people, 10 people.
And there will be viewers later.
Hmm.
I mean, last night when I streamed, I had got no likes and I only had like 3 views.
Not bad. Thanks,
Not bad.
Tara.
That's terrible.
Well, I wasn't even really up against anyone big, so.
Yeah, why do you guys always do this when like the kill stream's on?
It's the time we get.
Of course,
Oh,
Fox News doesn't have anything new to say.
Well, Friday night's always been Scoop's thing. Hell, I used to do Wednesdays, but now I work a decent job, so I'm off on the weekends. So that's pretty much how that's going.
Yeah, now you have Saturdays and Sundays.
Yep.
I have the rest of the week, and Scooby has Friday.
Yeah, and I have the weekend now. I just work Monday to Friday, which next week I'm only Monday to Thursday because training.
And I have flexible hours.
Yeah, I'm a floater, so I have hours, supposedly, during those times. But if I don't have hours, which I get to find out the week of, then I get to work random shifts. Woohoo.
Better than no shifts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Knowing my luck, I'll end up picking up a shift at like the worst facility possible.
Good.
Be working. Oh, I'll get one here. Oh, look, there's children everywhere.
That would be your shit.
Somebody, yeah, someone get me a tranquilizer gun, or better yet, a sleeping gas grenade and a gas mask.
That's a pharmaceutical company, so I hope to God I don't actually have to go into the labs, because then I'll have to put on all like shit.
That would be cool. Get the whole
Where they
containment,
manufacture
all
like,
that.
all drugs and everything.
Hey.
Make sure you don't drop this one, Sonny. This shit's arsenic.
Hey, since you're in a pharmaceutical lab, you can always put on the hazmat suit, go from lab to lab until you find the sleeping gas.
Yep.
Yeah, it should be fun.
So, Porpoise Buddy, did you get a good laugh about that Sir Memes mobile from Florida?
Dude, that guy's my hero.
The mud flap mobile.
That guy's my hero. You will not talk shit about my hero.
Oh, come on. He couldn't even get one of his little meme bombs to work. Oh, yeah.
It's come to blow up.
Guy probably used hot dogs.
No, he literally made them just to scare them.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It's for attention or publicity.
To kill anybody.
Yeah.
Those bombs were explosive. They're fucking glitter bombs. They were fucking glitter bombs that had $2 fucking clocks mailed from Amazon that they taped onto them.
Oh my god, that's funny.
It was literally a fucking meme. It was one gigantic fucking meme that will literally never be topped. Like, no amount of shit posting I ever do on the internet will like ever even come close.
You could use a 50-cent kitchen timer to set off a bomb.
Yep. Egg timer, baby.
All you need is a couple of wires, and you just strip the ends, and when they make contact, bang.
Psst, maybe we shouldn't give bomb making tips on air. As I say, hey, why am I banned? So yeah, we told your viewers how to make a bomb.
It's basic science. I did not give specific bomb making tips. I did not tell them how to make the entire bomb.
Yeah. Allahu, go make a bomb bar. Allahu, go make a bomb bar.
And I will never tell anyone how to make a full bomb. Because, frankly, I don't even know.
Oh, you're full of shit.
Probably something you don't want to have to know. Probably something fertilizer, something.
Yeah. The only reason I know the egg timer thing works is because I play with electronic circuits.
Of course.
Also, zapped the shit out of myself using that method.
I'm sure you did. Did you?
Yeah,
did you
I don't do wiring. That's one thing that I have no confidence in doing, is wiring.
When you made that egg timer and the whole rest of that contraption, did you actually get it to open the door?
Yeah, it opened the door.
I told you it would work.
It opened the door, but it also sent me to the emergency room.
You dumb ass. Only fucking you.
Hey, I wasn't the one who plugged it into the wall. I had it unplugged.
You said you needed more power.
I had it unplugged at the time I was wiring it up. Salem went and plugged it into the wall. At the time I was touching the other contact. Door open.
Hey, why is he over in the other room? Oh shit, I plugged it in.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Good lord.
I get zapped. Door actually opens. I get zapped. Door actually opens. I get 911 gets called, and I get rushed to the ER.
Congrats, you crazy bastard.
It was bad.
Once you finally got that rusty ass old door to open, because you're like, for 3 weeks you're bitching about your back fucking door or whatever the goddamn one does. I was like, why don't you just use your fucking computer smarts and rig up an electronic button? Finally get it to work and you get sent to the emergency room.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, one of these days we're gonna have to do a stream about all the crazy shit you've done with electronics and fireworks.
Fireworks? No. That would get everyone banned.
Probably. At least a good chunk of it, I know.
Good chunk? Yes. I will do a
this
good
is
chunk.
a story you're going to have to tell me when we're playing Elseworld.
Yeah, I will tell you that story when we're not on air.
Because yeah, this dude has avoided so many felonies. How? I don't know, but it was fun.
The reason I have avoided them is because I live outside city limits.
Congrats. That extra 3 feet matters.
Yeah, exactly. That extra 3 feet matters.
Literally 3 fucking feet.
No, actually, it's more like 5 fucking miles. It's more like 5 fucking miles, but still.
More or less.
Yeah, no.
Oh, crap.
Shit that's illegal in the city is not illegal out here.
Thankfully.
Like setting off those fucking mortar fireworks.
Oh, that was a good time.
I could set off like 20 of those and within a span of 10 minutes. And they can't do shit about it.
Yeah, it was funny. They thought they were being sieged or some shit.
Yeah, my back fence neighbor, he thought shit was going down.
Oh, that ass was like, Russians are coming, Russians are coming. Here I am, plastered off my ass, running around in my trench coat and pickle hall. Yeah, sure, it's the Russians, totally.
Yeah, and you want to know what that asshole does every morning at like 5 a.m.?
Plays Ted Nugent.
No, he gets up, he goes onto his frickin' second floor deck, and he with his fucking bagpipes. And normally I do like bagpipes when they're played well. This guy, oh my god, it sounds like he's killing a cat.
I thought that's what bagpipes were supposed to sound like.
It sounds like he's killing a cat slowly.
Again, that's what they're supposed
slowly.
to sound like. I mean, bagpipes were originally made out of bladders and shit.
Now, when you actually know how to play the bagpipes, they can actually sound very majestic.
I know they can. I used to have the bagpipes that played Queen songs.
Nice.
Yeah, no, but this guy, he plays them so horribly. It's like, dude.
I'd still have the CD if my ex-fiance hadn't thrown it out into the fucking desert over in Iraq.
Well, that's one way to get rid of something.
Oh no, he was mad at me. That's why he chucked it out into the desert during a sandstorm.
That's an even more effective way to get rid of something.
Oh, yeah.
You'll never find it.
Oh, yeah.
No, he knows he still owes me a CD of Queen with the bagpipes.
Well, you can always go over there with a freaking cattle prod.
Yep.
No, all I have to do is wait for him to come over to get laid.
Oh. Hard.
Yeah.
I mean, Burnside's talked to him, so I'm nowhere near afraid.
I shouldn't be afraid of the guy. He looks like he'd drop an M60 on his damn feet.
No, I'm not afraid of him. I'm not. Talking about it because you know everything. Which off air, I have to talk to you about something.
Oh, Daggy. Well, don't worry. We'll be on for a few minutes more so that we can catch up to the time we missed from waiting and everything.
Yeah.
God. Oh, what the hell did you ever do with that old carburetor you were playing with, man?
Which one?
I
have like 8.
What are you doing? Just interchanging the parts for fun?
No.
Maybe.
Or are you using them for the panels?
No, I just play with junk from the scrapyard to see what I can do with it.
I think it was the one from that Ford pickup that you had. The really rusty-ass looking one.
Oh. Yeah, that one kind of blew up.
I told you. God, that's funny. So did it blow before or after you decided you're going to try and clean the rust off it?
Before.
I told you. I knew it was going to fucking happen, man.
I wanted to see if it would actually work.
If only it would have. That would have been some fun shit to see. It'd be another, all right, how many times mechanic going to the hospital this month?
Oh, trust me, I stood way back.
Oh, that's good. Did you
Go ahead.
Did you get the tower shield too?
No, just stood behind a wall.
Okay. That's just as good.
Brick wall.
That normally does the trick, because yeah, it's some of the crazy shit you come up with. It's like, I'm gonna go get that giant fucking riot shield.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Wizard.
Yeah, the giant ghetto riot shield.
Yeah, that fucking thing. You got plastered and said to start welding shit together.
Weighs like 80 pounds.
Yeah. Jesus.
Made out of solid steel. Not even joking.
Yep, solid stainless steel with all sorts of shit spray painted on it. One time you lent it to me and I was like, hey, I think you're missing something. Oh. Good times, good times.
No, but I
5
think
minutes left.
this month I think I've blown up only 4 things.
Well, it must be a slow month.
And 3 of those include a yellow jacket nest.
Nice.
God.
What? I hate yellow jackets.
How'd you get rid of them?
Diesel fuel, a mixing bowl, and a firecracker.
Nice.
The mixing bowl goes up about 30, 40 feet.
Oh, so you literally pulled a Tom or Avery on him and he said, all right, fuck this. You know, we're going to fuck. You blasted the ball straight up to their nest and cracked it open.
Yeah, pretty much. Pour the diesel fuel down the hole, pop the firecracker in, light it, plop the bowl on top of it, and run like hell.
You know, you could have just used that flamethrower you made.
It was kind of in the ground.
How'd the flamethrower get in the ground? I thought you had that thing mobile.
No, the nest.
Oh, okay.
That's why you pour
the.
Yeah, that's why you pour the diesel fuel in it. Pop the firecracker in the hole. Put the mixing bowl over it after you light the firecracker, and you have to do this very quickly. After you start pouring that diesel, oh man, they get mad.
I'm sure they do.
All right.
I have so many ditches. I have so many divots in my yard from doing that.
Yeah, like the one time you got moles. Dogs are going around chasing those things. You're just like, hold on, I got this shit.
Yeah, 4 dogs. Not pretty when moles. When I get moles.
I'm probably gonna hop out now, even though we're closing shop soon. I'm just starting
we
the drift.
just have 3 minutes still.
I think we got, what, 2 minutes, I think?
3.
Yeah, screw it, I'll wait.
Okay.
I'm just tired.
Wait. Yeah, we'll give it like 2 minutes and then we'll chill.
I don't have anything to chill.
Okay. Crap, because I know the mechanic. I know you've been busy just taking care of crazy shit. Crap. Oh.
Did you spill a beer again?
Huh?
So did you spill a beer again?
No, I've got 1 beer left and I haven't drank it yet. I've had it sitting there in the fridge for about 4 days now. I'm trying to save that beer for once we get Brent and that taken care of.
Oh, you would have loved my mom's beer can aluminum can collection she had.
Nice.
She even had the mash beer.
Wow.
That's old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she had a Jimmy Carter beer.
What the hell? Holy shit.
Yeah. And then one day we keep hearing
Hey, let's put chemicals in the water to prevent suicide
and
and
we're
alter
like,
people's
what the
minds.
fuck? And we go in there and the entire bookcase my dad had built just for all her collectible aluminum cans had this liquid all over it. The fucking shit had turned acidic over the years.
Oh
no! And ate through the fucking cans.
Fuck.
So when I ended up receiving Sprite and Coke and Pepsi and shit like that from overseas that had Arabic writing on one side and English in the other, I took I knew it would depreciate the value of it a bit, but what would have depreciated it even more is actually cracking the top. So I took an ice pick and punched a hole in the bottom and one in the side so that it would flow out.
Nice. Crafty.
And of course I poured the contents into a cup to drink.
UFO in LA. Looks like some
UFO
sort of
in
flare.
LA?
Yeah. It looks like it's flares, but it's popping and going higher up into the sky.
Fun.
Like splitting.
I've seen a couple here.
I haven't seen one in a long time.
All right, 12:15.
All right. All right. Well, thank you to everybody who watched the show. We will be back tomorrow on my channel, as in Burnside's channel. So,
Heinrich Thornton.
Yep. Or just look up Burnside in Kakistan. You want a shield here?
Yeah, I'm Terracin. You can find me on pretty much any social media except for Facebook. It's Ambrosia Locke, because fucking Zuckerman and Dorsey are assholes. I just posted a video today called Granny Rocks Out. It's only about 34 seconds long because I had to piece together several smaller videos that were 15 seconds apiece. But it's kind of cute. And I made sure that this time I'm not going to get a fucking strike because it says I'm at a public event. I do not have control of the music.
I love when they give you fucking copyright strikes for stupid shit like that.
I'm still fighting fucking Toby Keith, and he can go suck a big fat dick-shaped cactus.
I'll make sure if I ever go to a Toby Keith concert, I'll throw a giant fish at his ass.
Make sure it's a swordfish.
Will do. Uh-oh, sounds like you're tampering with something else now. Should I take a few steps back?
Sorry,
All
what?
right. Next person to show.
All right, time to speak. You get anything, or you got null?
I'm just working on stuff, or should be working on stuff.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I feel you there. Same here.
He's watching porn in the background and fapping away.
No, I'm looking if there's anything interesting on Twitter.
Not
there
a
isn't,
fucking
other
thing.
than putting chemicals in the water to prevent suicide. You know, you're making Alex Jones correct.
Oh Lord.
You're making his conspiracies come true, guys. You're not supposed to do that.
Making the frogs gay.
Oh Lord. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody.